Good evening, Aces. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful Monday evening. Nikki Giovanni has just passed. She was a professor at Virginia Tech University. She was also a world renowned poet. She was definitely one of my favorite poets. She passed away peacefully in her sleep. Her lifelong partner, Virginia Jenny Fowler, was by her side. Yolande Cornelia Giovanni was born in Knoxville, Tennessee on June 7th, 1943. She served as a university distinguished professor in the English department at Virginia Tech University. Giovanni, who was an honorary member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, is the recipient of hundreds of awards and honors. She was most recently awarded a 2024 Emmy for exceptional merit in a documentary filmmaking for Going to Mars, the Nikki Giovanni Project. As a prominent figure of the Black arts and civil rights movements, she became friends with Rosa Parks, Aretha Franklin, James Baldwin, Nina Simone, Muhammad Ali, and so many more. She inspired generations of students, artists, activists, musicians, scholars, and human beings, both young and old. Having battled cancer twice already, Giovanni refused to let a third bout interrupt her art. Just 3 weeks ago, she performed with saxophonist Javon Jackson at the Louis Armstrong House in New York City. Her forthcoming book of poetry, the last book, will be published in the fall of 2025. The poet Adrienne Rich wrote, "Somehow each of us will help the other live, and somewhere each of us must help the other pass away." I have to choose my words carefully on YouTube. Renee Watson and I sat by her side with Jenny, along with her family and close friends, chatting about how much we learned about living from her and about how lucky we have been to have Nikki to guide us, to teach us, to love us. We will forever be grateful for the unconditional time she gave us. To all her literary children across the writerly world, said Kwame Alexander. Giovanni is survived by her wife, Virginia Fowler, and her son, Thomas Giovanni, her granddaughter, Kai Giovanni, two cousins, Haynes Ford and Allison Reagan, and a nephew, Christopher Black. We will be forever blessed to have shared a legacy in love with our dear cousin, said Allison Reagan on behalf of the family. Nikki Giovanni, I found out about her in college. I was one of those students that she inspired. This article talked about. One of my favorite, well, a few of my favorite quotes from her are that mistakes are a fact of life. It is just the response to the era that counts. We loved because it's the only true adventure. If you don't understand yourself, you can't understand anybody else. Nikki Giovanni was a force. And like she was up there with Toni Morrison. She was such a brilliant, masterful wordsmith and author and a poet. One of her poems, it's really short. I want to read it to you. It says, "I hope I die warmed by the life that I tried to live." And I think it's so brilliant because she was someone who lifted up so many people. Like she loved Tupac. She actually had a thug life tattoo, not across her abdomen like Pac did, but she talked about how she felt so connected to him because he was also a very brilliant wordsmith, right? That's what rap is, essentially poetry. And so for her to, make that connection again was just a testament to her brilliance. She also said, "If now isn't a good time for the truth, I don't see when we'll get to it." Listen, 2024 has been, if 2024 has not been a year of the truth, I'm just like, Lord, we need a break. Like, somebody give us a break. Because, oh my goodness, 2024, I need her to just take a breather, because Nikki Giovanni was such a brilliant, beautiful writer. And more than that, she was a truth teller. She said, deal with yourself as an individual worthy of respect and make everyone else deal with you the same way. And if you imagine the time that she came up with, she was friends with Rosa Parks and James Baldwin in a time where, Black people were so disparaged. And it's unfortunate because I feel like a lot of people have been saying that we are in this Jim Crow 2.0 era where they're rolling back, a lot of the civil rights that so many of our ancestors marched and worked for, bled for, and fought for. And she was right there alongside of so many of them. One of my favorite clips that's going around now that she's passed away is the discussion between her and James Baldwin, talking about how to find that dignity, being Black in the 60s during a time where our people were so denigrated, and what it means to truly love and to have relationship and connectivity with one another. But I want to let you guys listen to it because, again, rest in peace to Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin as well. Those were two literary forces that I can just read their works over and over. And every single time I read them, I feel like I learn something new and I glean something different. But let you guys listen to this clip because every time it comes across my timeline, I play it.
Of course you can lie to me, and you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. But Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course you lie to me. And I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat
you.
You
must.
Treat him.
You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you weren't happy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, fake it with me. Is that too much for the Black woman to ask of?
That is so powerful, right? She's saying that, you give your best to strangers. And it goes back to that old adage of, you hurt the ones you love the most. But she's like, listen, if you can fake it with your coworkers all day long, you can fake it a little bit longer with me, right? And I understand exactly what she's saying. She's like, I get the frowns and I get the frustration and I get the anger that you can't take out on your boss, that you can't show to those who are really truly hurting you. And it is sad. It's a place where, where does one go? Where does a person go in the face of such cruelty and dehumanization? Like, where do you go to express the fact that I'm at a place where I'm living in a place, essentially, that people do not recognize or value my full spectrum of humanity? And a lot of times, those answers are, I don't know. But I'm so glad, I'm grateful that they had that conversation. You know what I mean? Like, just to listen to them, two powerful, masterful, brilliant, authors and writers and scribes and storytellers. May they both rest in peace. Wow. But I'm so grateful for the work that they did. I'm so grateful for the work that Nikki Giovanni did, that she shared her heart with us, that she bared her soul to us. I'm so grateful for her work in the face of such adversity, and she was speaking here just about the purity of what it means to truly love someone. Even if you're having a bad day, you can put that aside for the sake of the relationship and to spare their feelings. And I feel like that's such a testament to what love truly is. It's sacrifice. Oftentimes it's self-sacrifice. But may she rest in peace. She was such a brilliant poet and a great author, a wonderful professor, loved by so many, inspired by countless people. She just won an Emmy, and I cannot wait to read her book, her last book, when it comes out in the fall of next year. So with that being said, you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, Aces. Rest in peace, Nikki Giovanni. Goodbye.